Brad.
Hi.
We've gone too long with these new consoles being out without there being a dual joystick shooter available for them.
Testify.
So one of the ID at Xbox developers, an independent developer out there, decided they wanted to be first.
Okay.
So this is 60-second shooter Prime.
Man, what did it take? Like 8 months?
Something like that.
That's terrible.
I don't know. Yeah.
Unforgivable.
The guy who developed this put another game on hold.
Oh yeah.
To get this one out, sensing an opportunity.
Gotta right this grievous wrong.
To be the first.
Oh, that menu sound. I hate it.
Yeah.
Oh god, it's just. I feel like I'm grinding my teeth every time I hear it.
Should I just keep doing this then?
Oh, that's. It's really. Ugh.
We're gonna start at level 2.
Okay.
So you play this game for 60 seconds. You can kind of take portals to get to deeper levels, and you'll get more points the deeper you go. But the enemies kind of stay from level to level, sort of thing where like you want to get deep and then kill everything, but you still have only 60 seconds to work in. So that's kind of the push-pull. That's the decision-making you need to make. Also, it's kind of abstract graphics-wise, and you tell me what you think of it.
Oh. So does it behoove you to get as many enemies on the screen at once as you can?
Yeah, there's also chain kill.
Okay, yeah.
You'll kind of get higher scores for. Let's go deeper.
All right.
Ah!
Ooh,
I died.
wow. 8.9% of your high score.
Okay. I unlocked the ability to start on level 3.
Huh.
So
Okay.
that's good.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Boom. Boom.
Boom.
Man.
Energy seems like the thing you collect to get more unlocks. At the end of a game. Oh geez. So you see it'll say 1 more energy to next unlock. 13.7% of my high score. I don't like the way this game looks at all.
I'm not. Yeah.
Like this drop effect when you change levels, I think is pretty rotten and disorienting in a bad way.
It is pretty disorienting.
I think like the ship design is about as like check me out, I'm a triangle. Like, yeah, no, totally, it's absolutely, why not? But like just visually, I think this game just looks like ass.
Yeah, there's a certain.
Make a 50 to times 50 chain for massive destruction. That's what I just unlocked there.
I hate to use the word amateurish because it sounds kind of mean, but that's sort of how it strikes me. At least it's got different visual treatments.
Yeah, well,
Whoa.
I guess I don't.
That looks kind of cool. The way they spelled double fire just makes me think every time I see it that it says Doubtfire. Now I'm pondering what a Mrs. Doubtfire themed dual joystick shooter would be.
It probably wouldn't be very good.
Yeah, you're probably right. Oh, that's a lot of stuff. All right, you got 15 seconds. I want to see what happens at the end of this. All right, that's what happens. Kind of the same thing, except you don't die.
Yeah. And I'm only getting 38 like small percentages of what my high score is, which is interesting because I feel like I'm doing pretty okay. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm just not getting a good chain enough to a good enough chain together. Okay, right trigger to fire missiles. Let's see what that's like. Oh, missiles 0. Great. Maybe that's a pickup that I have to get or something. So with double fire enabled, if I go find another power up of that type, it'll give me like quad fire and octa fire. You know, kind of doesn't last very long, but.
You know what they should put out on the Xbox One?
What?
Geometry Wars.
Yep.
Like, just the same one.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure it already ran at 1080 on the 360. But, you know...
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Someone should do that.
Who needs improvements? Just put it out. Exact same thing.
I feel like there was some... I don't know about the exact same thing. I feel like it was...
Oh, but it was already perfect. You know, actually, I wouldn't say it's perfect.
Yeah.
The very slow ramp up to the action actually getting interesting always kind of bummed me out in that game.
Yeah, it's kind of like theoretically something I like about this game is that, you know, as you kind of get deeper, you're in the ability to just start on level 3.
Right, right. Like I would gladly shave the first like 90 seconds or 2 minutes off the front of Geometry Wars and just go right into it if I could. I wonder what Stephen Cake Bread is up to.
Yeah.
I'd love to know.
I feel like that there's, you know, like, Microsoft gets asked about Geometry Wars from time to time,
yeah.
And they make it sound like that at some point they went to Activision and said, look, we know you own this, you're not going to fucking use it.
Right.
And the response was not favorable. Okay, so I've unlocked the ability to go to level 7. So at this point, I'm just kind of trying to collect stuff and unlock more stuff. I'm just trying to get energy and go deeper, rather than kind of playing for score right now.
Like you're kind of grinding out the ability to play for score.
Yeah, a little bit.
Man, that's really depressing to hear. I had not heard about that.
Yeah.
Activision definitely seems like one of those tight-fisted companies.
They seem like a company that they're like we own stuff, we're not going to sell it because
like
you know because you're going to go make money on it, and then we're going to look like assholes.
Like the amount of money they would get for selling it is not significant enough to be worth giving up the IP.
Yeah.
They're not exactly hurting for cash or anything, you know.
Right.
Kind of a Disney scenario, right? Of like, we're going to hang on to this because we don't need the money to sell it.
Yeah.
And we might come up with a use for it later. That's super disappointing though. But then again, if they have...
That was the impression I got. You know, I feel like they haven't necessarily... Vintage look. All right, maybe that's...
Maybe it looks like it's just like green vectors or something. That's not what I was expecting. It's the same but sepia toned.
Yeah.
Like if everything was just made out of like hollow green vectors, I would be happy with it.
Yeah.
On the other hand, like if they got the Geometry Wars license, what would they do with it, you know?
I think that you know they would go. I mean, like in my mind, the likely move would be, assuming everyone is on board and wants to do it, is you would go get the rights to Geometry Wars,
right,
and then you would go get the rights to Stephen Cake Bread,
okay, all right,
and say,
yes,
make me a new one,
yes,
dog.
Okay, that is the one and only scenario I would accept.
Because they had other people make Geometry Wars games, like that Wii game.
Well, yeah, but those don't count.
No, I mean that's what I'm saying, is they don't count.
Right.
You know, so I mean, clearly you need.
Sure.
And I seem to remember there being some talk from him saying like, oh, you know, I've thought about what I would do with Geometry Wars.
Oh man.
So like clearly there's like,
oh,
you know,
man,
whether it's any good or not, I mean, who knows, right?
Yeah.
But
did he make the first one by himself?
Yeah.
Okay. I assume 2 seemed a little bit more ambitious. I don't know if he did everything.
I actually don't know for sure on that one either. But
I really like 2, but it was one of those.
2 was a terrific expansion on those concepts.
Yeah.
You know.
At the same time, like at the end of the day, though, like if I just wanted the pure experience, I just kept coming back to the first one.
I think just visually what they did and what happened in 2 was like just better, sharper, cleaner to the point where it kind of made it hard for me to go back to
it definitely,
first game.
2 definitely looks more stylish. But like having to pick up the little green things to increase your multiplier was that kind of broke it for me. Like I had fun with that game and I got all the achievements and stuff, but then
yeah, I mean, like it was a different thing at that point, which I thought the changes were good.
Yeah. I mean, they definitely were interesting, you know. I guess credit to them for not just making the same game again. What is that red thing?
Ugh, I wrecked into that thing. If you save your targets for later, they might be worth more points. See, so. I feel like the color blindness in me is making those shots that are being shot at me real hard to see. Like the red guy is not easy to see.
Huh. Yeah, I think that this would have benefited from an art pass. Of some kind.
And you know, not to just sit here and just talk about Geometry Wars, but the way Geometry Wars used audio to inform you about spawning enemies and some of the things that, like, that is the master stroke that sets it apart from other dual joystick shooters or many other dual joystick shooters, and really adds a lot to it.
Yeah, like every single visual and sound effect was meaningful to playing that game.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know. This thing's $5. It's...
Well, that's, you know, that seems like the right price.
I don't know.
Well, okay. In the context of games on the Xbox.
Yeah.
If you were to say this were 10 or 15, that would be a little jarring.
Sure. Talk to me about what the original Geometry Wars cost on the 360.
Oh yeah, that was also $5.
I mean, times have changed. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to I am both trying to and not trying to hold this game to a damn near impossible standard.
Yeah.
But to be fair, it was Microsoft themselves that was out there saying, like, hey, we're the first dual joystick shooters. You know, people from Microsoft that were out there saying that.
Right.
They shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, maybe not. Considering the masterpiece that they launched their last console with. I would be down for more games of this type, though, since there is no new Geometry Wars. Like, you know.
Yeah, I think that, you know, the dual joystick format is fantastic.
Yeah.
I think they made a few too many over the course of the last generation and made a lot of bad ones.
Yep.
A lot of bad ones. So I think, you know, there's definitely room for a great dual joystick shooter.
Yep.
There always is.
Totally. You know, Resogun was not exactly that, but it was close enough that it was a good reminder. It was like, yeah, I would...
No, well, I mean,
Resogun
just disappointed me for a ton of different reasons.
Really?
In the end, like, there were things about it that I initially really liked and then kind of realized, like, no, this isn't at all what I'm looking for. New high score.
Your 60 seconds is up. All right. Everything blew up.
Let's see what the next unlock is.
Who owns Robotron?
Warner Brothers would.
I figured
that is a Midway game.
Yeah. Maybe they'll go insane and dip into the vault.
I mean, that was
make a new Robotron.
Okay, so there we go. Infinity mode. Earn bonus time in Infinity mode. So we can turn off all this 60-second stuff.
Huh.
And just change it to, now I need to collect hourglasses to get time bonuses. Yeah, I mean, the announcement of that Gauntlet game talks about it like it is the first in a series of like the Warner Brothers Vault.
Right.
In such a way that you could imagine them making a new Tubin.
Huh.
Or something.
Okay.
Maybe a new Tubin is a bit much, but...
I don't know if the world is ready for a new Tubin.
No, the world is truly not ready to tube. I mean, who tubes anymore? I know people that tube every summer. And every summer they ask me if I want to go, and I say only if I can throw cans at fucking bushes and all this other stuff. And then they say, well, we just do a lot of drugs. And I'm like, no, I'm good.
Ugh. Is Tubin actually good?
Yes.
My local arcade had a Tubin machine. I don't know that I ever played it.
Yes, Tubin is good. You tube on the river Styx.
Okay.
In Tubin.
Wait, really?
Really.
Is that like a later level?
Yeah.
Okay.
You tube through hell.
Wow, that's fucking crazy. I had no idea. Maybe
you throw fucking soda cans at the devil. You throw fucking soda cans everywhere.
Huh.
Because fuck recycling. It's a game about littering. It's a game in which you fucking are relaxing, traveling down the water, littering like a motherfucker to stay alive.
Is it?
And if you collect all the letters, you earn a t-shirt.
Is it basically Paperboy?
No.
Not exactly.
Not exactly. Though Paperboy is another great game.
Yes. Certainly.
Yeah. That 60-second shooter prime, I don't think I like it.
Yeah.
Being first is, you know, there's something to that, but also I would actually maybe even say that Halo Spartan Assault game is technically the first.
Right.
Though you have to hit a fire button for that, so it's not quite the same, but it's sort of like that. It's sort of like that.
Sure.
Yeah. Thanks, Brad.
Yeah, maybe there'll be more of these.
Yeah, let's go watch some Tubin videos.
All right, that sounds good.